Good morning, Vietnam. Hello, everybody. Good morning. We're about 1.5% pre-market. How's everybody doing? How is everybody, man? It's been a little while. We're up at 1.5%. There's no news from the last video we did. However, we do have, and I didn't really go over this yesterday, but the CGC, the Cancer Genomics Consortium, they're pumping out data left and right. And I think, and you guys saw the quote. I hope you saw the quote. I put it in the pinned comments. I hope you guys saw this. Eric said we got epic data coming out, right? He said it's gonna be a busy couple days. Epic data coming out. We believe opportunity map. Okay, yada yada. That's what he says every time. But he also said we will be relentless about it. And I think the way he frames this is about the most confident I've seen him in a while. And I think there are good things brewing behind the scenes. I think Eric and the management are confident for what's going to come. You know, hey, who knows? Who knows? You know, anything can happen. Remember, but I like how things are shaping up. I don't know what's going to happen today, but what I will tell you, my friends, is that earnings this week, I am getting. I'm more. Let's just say this. I'm more bullish now than I was a little while ago. All right. I'm feeling good. I think things are brewing behind the scenes. I think the manage. I don't know, okay. I don't remember. I don't have inside information. I don't have that shit. Right? No one knows for sure what it's gonna be. I'm feeling good though. I think it's gonna be good. That's what I think. All right. We still waiting to cross $7 for the man bun. Oh yeah, is that right? Is that what I gotta do? $7. If we hit $7 on earnings, then is that what we said? Remind me. I gotta do a man bun on if we hit $7. Is that right? I forgot, man. Up, down, sideways today. Oh man, I don't really have a prediction for you today, to be honest with you. I mean, if I had to say, I would say we're going up just because we've got so much great news over the weekend. However, no one gives a shit about that. They never have. However, in anticipation for earnings, we've got earnings this week. Most of the retail side of things, most everyone is bullish. I don't know about the institutions. I don't know about the whales and the manipulators and the people who are actually deciding the movement most of the time. But retail is very bullish for earnings. I don't even think the bears are bear. I mean, I've seen like Doge Wolf. Did you guys see Doge Wolf's comment today? He's bullish now. What? He said he likes the company or something now. I don't even remember what it was. I read it real quick. I don't remember it all though. But oh yeah, and then Marco right here, and Howard's not a bear. Here's my point, right? If you don't know who these people are that I'm talking about, we got 1.5 minutes to the open, by the way. But all the bears, here's the thing, guys. The bears, they like to mess with us. They like to give us their side of things, but they also listen to reason, most of them. And when they see the evidence and my projections for the revenue, they're like, holy shit. There's nothing I can say to this. Like that's probably right. It probably will be an earnings beat. It's more likely. Like maybe it's not. I don't. No one knows if it's like 60% chance that we're gonna get beat or 90%. I don't know I don't know how much that is. That's hard to say. But it's definitely more likely that we're gonna get that, and they agree. So that's maybe why. And I know that whole rant was kind of about if we're gonna go green this week. That's or up to earnings right today and tomorrow before Wednesday. And I would say it's more likely that we go green, but at the end of the day, mostly just depends on high growth again. Mostly just depends on high growth. Right now, it's opening up mostly green in the pre-market. We'll see when the bell hits what happens here. But did Simon unblock Brennan? I think he did. Yeah, right. The Simon unblocked Brennan, which is mom on Twitter, Messenger of Moistville. Absolutely legend. There he is. Good morning, Vietnam. There he is. Yeah, so hopefully Simon Burnett is going to listen to the voice of reason for once, hopefully, and not block people who have the dissenting views, right? So, yeah, here we go. We've got, and then also, what else did we have? Oh, we got 20 seconds to the open. What do you call it? Rich Shippy, though, real quick. Oh, well, that's not it. But anyways, Rich Shippy liked, or I don't know if it was Rich. I think it was Shippy. Yeah, it was Shippy who liked a tweet about BioNano, long-term doing great things, getting in the clinical diagnostic realm, doing great things. So that always gives you confidence as well. Oh, oh no. What the hell? Okay, that was a glitch. Okay, oh my gosh. Oh. And remember, guys, brace yourselves. It doesn't matter if this is a carnage day. If high growth's gonna get killed today, remember. I mean, I kind of hope we do, because I will seriously add a couple hundred more shares. How many shares can I add right now? Let's see. I can add. Okay, that's the wrong account. $30 worth. Let's try this account. Let's try this account, Brandon. Come on. Okay, 700. Yeah, I'll add 700 shares right on the day before earnings if we go down like mid five. If we go down like 550, I don't think I'm gonna be able. I'll take that risk. I'm that confident. I'll buy a lot of shares before earnings, and I probably will anyways. I already have basically, but if we dip more, I'm gonna have to. And as I say that, we're down to 595. Have a percent of the green. High growth bleeding. High growth getting wrecked on the open here. We'll see what happens. We'll see. Anything is possible today, right? And remember, earnings is going to determine our value from here, right? The value today, we're just moving with high growth. Value a week from now, that's probably going to be more accurate as a company, hopefully, right? We're hoping that the second quarter is going to reflect the business's actual, what they've actually been doing. We hope that we're right in our research. What are you guys thinking about earnings? Are you adding shares before earnings? Is there anyone that's bearish on earnings? I don't think that's even is that even a possibility? All the revenue projections that we have in our channel on the Discord, it's all bullish. Everybody has like 4 million. I have 3.7 to 4 million for the revenue, my revenue projection. Everyone else, almost everybody's like 4.2, 4 million, 5 million. It's, oh man, it's pretty funny. I hope they're right. I really do. Up 0.5% right now, 597-ish. And it looks like we are holding the 5-minute bullish super trend. I hope we can stay like that. 595 now. 13,000 shares sold. Who is selling those shares before earnings, man? What are you doing? What are you doing? All right, for earnings, I think that Brandon needs to learn how to play. Toss a coin to your Witcher on guitar and play it before earnings are released. What do you think? I was listening to that yesterday. My dad has that stuck in his head. He says it all around the house. And I was just thinking yesterday how I was actually trying to play that on my guitar. I could learn that. I tell you what, I swear I could definitely learn that. I like the song. I'm not gonna lie to you. I have had that stuck in my head for a fairly long time now. Pretty much. It does get annoying after a while, though, that's for sure. I bought 500 pieces on Friday. I am sure about 4 or 5 million. What? Oh my gosh. Really? Nobody is going to care about the earnings unless it's in the billions. Wait for 2023. No, I totally disagree with that. Gotham, you know I respect you. You've been here for a little while. Your some of your thoughts look like they're very well informed. However, this one I totally disagree with. And the fact is, last two earnings we had very small revenue beats. We went up 10% both times in the after hours. One of them we went 100% up in a month, largely because of the catalyst, which was earnings. So I don't think that's. And I should have talked about in the video yesterday. There was a couple people in the comments saying, Brandon, earnings ain't gonna fucking matter, bud. No one gives a shit about earnings nowadays. Guys, they didn't give a shit about earnings last two earnings reports. The big cap stocks have gotten great earnings and went down for, it'll be 3 subsequent earnings in a row now, counting this one that's about to happen, and some of them already has happened for them, right? BioNano is peculiar in that way. People do care about earnings for this stock, and I would argue, right? I don't know for sure. This is. I mean, we're getting into speculative territory now, but I would argue the reason for that is because we don't move with the other news. We don't move with the CMS medical thing, with the Savard 2.0, with the offerings comment by the CEO confirming we're not getting another offering. We don't move with that stuff. People are waiting for the revenue for some reason, because it's esoteric field, because it's whatever it is, right? Whatever reason, they want the concrete numbers. When those come out, people care about them. They actually give a shit about those numbers. That's what I think. Brandon, how much do you think Bngo should be valued today in market cap? Well, our market cap right now is a little bit under $2 billion. If I remember correctly, $6 a share, we're probably gonna be at like 1.7, maybe 1.8 billion, right? What's a fair market cap for BioNano right now? That's a hard question. I would say it's not going to be. You know what? I think we're gonna do it this next weekend here. So I think we're gonna do that video where I'm talking about if BioNano is undervalued, and I think I'll try. It's very hard to put a fair value on BioNano. I'll say this: I think easily above $2.5 billion Easily. Okay. Our true value is easily above 2.5 billion. And I'm not going to make the whole case as to why we should definitely go 100% up right now, or not 100%, but close to it right now. Cause that's just, some people think I'm crazy for that. But let me just tell you one reason why, right? This pretty much tells you, this pretty much tells you what you need to know. The possibility, I don't know if it's a high possibility, but if there's even a possibility for us to commercially release nano nozzle, this should already be valued higher because people should already price that in. And I know for a fact no one prices it in, especially not the institutions and the analysts, because when I told Simon Barnett about the nano nozzle, he's like, what the hell are you talking about? Where's your proof, buddy? I sent him the documents, and next thing I know, he doesn't respond. It's like, what's going on here? What's going on here, man? The previously made commitments are prevailing, right? There's your proof for the previously made commitments, man. Damn. Oh, gosh. And as I'm saying that, we made a couple new intraday highs there, up at 607, up over 2.5%, or almost 2.5%, I should say. Yeah, so Simon Barnett, 608 now. Simon Barnett, he went over. You guys see what he did over the weekend, man? Oh, it's too good. I mean, no disrespect to the guy. I love him. I want to be professional and like have class and whatever. Although, out of any YouTuber, I'm probably like the least professional out of all of them, right? If you watch the streams, I mean, hey, I'm just one of you guys. I give you it raw. I'm not like I don't know. But Simon Barnett did another video with some other YouTuber after he said he couldn't talk about specific stocks for compliance reasons or whatever. Anyway, 610, up 3.5% right now. 611, baby, just broke the intraday high again. And it looks like right now, okay, I don't want to get your hopes up, right? Please make your own decisions. Anything can happen, right? I have this as 100% of my portfolio. I'm all in. I'm biased. Make your own damn decisions. But what I'll say is that earnings is coming up, and today we'll see what happens. We'll see how we close. Anything can fucking happen. Remember, right? A disclaimer. I have to give you the disclaimers every second. I'm sorry. But maybe right now what you're seeing is people realizing that, holy shit, we've got earnings coming up. Holy shit, we already know about 13 sales. Whoa, that's a lot. If we get 13 sales, then we're going to go blow the estimates out of the park. Wow. We got the CEO. The CEO is bullish. The CEO just said Epic data is coming out, the CGC. Oh, we also got the Medicare thing. Those results are probably coming out this week as well. Holy crap, this stock is going down 70% from all-time highs. It's only got exponentially better. Maybe some people are starting to realize this with earnings coming up. My hope is that once earnings comes out, they're going to realize this is actually a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. This company has actually done legitimate things, and they've given us no reason to believe that they are not working their asses off. They've given us every reason to believe they are working their asses off, and they're doing everything they can for global sapphire adoption. That everything that we've seen from them substantiates that claim, which is their claim. That's not my claim, global sapphire adoption. No, you can go through the document. There are so many quotes from the management. Dang, I just exited out my stream control. There's so many times, if you just look up global adoption, right? There's the first one. There's a quote from the manager, right? And then you got 9 others. Okay, simple as it gets. Simple as it gets, man. Let me here while I'm getting back in here, get my setup back here. Why don't you guys tell me, where do you see BioNano end of year? $607. Hey, Brandon, I can only use 3 indicators. I got RSI, stochastic on RSI. What's the third indicator you recommend using? Bollinger Bands. Yeah, Bollinger Bands, definitely. The 21 SMA, or actually, yeah, moving average or Bollinger Bands. You got to know where that 21 SMA is. All right. Tesla's over. Wait, hold on. Tesla's over 700. Woo. Boomstick is happy today. Boomstick, where are you, my friend? Boomstick isn't here. I'm sad. All right, let's see here. 1345, 1520, 1015. I'm seeing a lot of 10 in the $10 to $15 range. That's what I'm seeing the most. That's like the most said. End of year 710. End of 2023 $30. End of year bull case $30, base case 15, bear case 11. I like that. That's the kind of prediction I like, and I think that does have a realistic chance of happening. Brandon, I'm an ape too. Have some shares of AMC. Dude, I'm with the AMC. I just think the AMC movement is fun as hell, and it's a good cause. Although I can't really get behind it fully, but it is overall kind of a good, mostly a good cause. So I'm with the AMC stuff pretty much. but never sold any BNGO. Don't sell your BNGO. It's a better call. Listen, if you're in it for the morals, if you're trying to if you're trying to be a white knight and you're deciding which stock is better for me to put my money in, Bngo's better. My friends, I'm telling you, you get to fight the manipulation and you get you help a company to revolutionize healthcare. That's a better opportunity than AMC, in my opinion. You make your own decisions, though. You can. That's debatable, right? Are you bullish AMC or just neutral? I'm pretty. I mean, honestly, I don't see how the shorts are gonna win this. The apes are never gonna let up. The apes, listen, the apes don't realize it yet. But one thing about the apes, AMC is like is such a big part of their life now. They're not gonna let this out. They're not gonna let go of this until the shorts have covered until almost all of them are covered. I think the apes, whatever. All right. How's GayMF doing today? That's the question we all want to know, right? Screw BNGO. How's GayMF doing? 603 up over 1% right now, cooling off a little bit since our 611 high. Remember, guys, it doesn't matter if we close at 611 or 590 today. It really doesn't. I mean, if anything, we actually want this to go down before earnings, so we can pick up more shares. At least I can, right? I'll buy more shares before earnings, especially if we're gonna be in the fives still before earnings. I have exactly 1,000 bingo. Yes. AMC 1,000 worth of shares. Okay, I thought you said you had 1,000 shares. I was like, holy shite. Wow. Most of my portfolio is BNGO. Legend. Absolute legend, baby. Have you seen BioNanos and Eric's recent tweet from the Cancer Genomics Conference going on right now? Yes, I have. And I should have talked about that earlier before the stream started. But what I was talking about was Eric's epic data quote coming out here in a few days. And they have been tweeting a ton about the CGC, the developments. I didn't really go over any of them yesterday just because there's nothing to really go over. It's good marketing. I'm not seeing anything like groundbreaking. We already knew we can do translocations. We already knew that it provides insights into this stuff, right? Which were missed by sequencing. I mean, that's what we've been saying for a year, but I do like what's happening here. The marketing is good and the academic praise is good. The awareness is great. I love it. I love what I'm seeing. Okay, I shouldn't say I love it. I like it. It's not going to help the price, though, short term. It will help the price long term because those are things. The reason why we know Sapphire is a legit product and why it is what the company says it is because of stuff like this. There's a myriad of this. I mean, it's literally a myriad. There's countless numbers of studies and publications and proof that the shit actually does what they think it does. All right. I should have bought Tesla but wanted to become an ape. 100% of BNGO is my portfolio. Yes. Yes, you are a god. Yes. Why am I saying that? I don't have 100%. I have 99. I have 95% is BNGO. So, but I'm good with that. They're dropping the nanonozzle timeline on Wednesday earnings. Oh, that would be so good. Can we just dream for a second and imagine what the stock would do if they announced a nanonozzle timeline? Oh gosh, it would be over. It would be absolutely over. $10, $15 easily, if people knew what it meant, of course. Because once that drops, not only is it going to be sequencing, like we have a chance to do some sequencing stuff as well, it's also going to be fixing one of the main limitations of current nanopore sequencing. That's a quote from the CEO last year. That's going to be huge. And that's the reason why. I mean, there's a ton of reasons why we're undervalued, but that's the biggest reason why we should be valued at $10 a share. I don't care if it's a 1% chance. If we're going to drop the nanonozzle, anyone who buys any shares in now is going to be making a ton of money. That's as simple as it gets. So the fact that all the institutions and Simon Barnett and all the analysts and all the geniuses don't even know what the hell the nanonozzle is, that proves to you their ignorance, my friends. That proves it, right? How do you not know the nanonozzle, my friend? This is like one of the biggest things about the company. One of the biggest things you should know at least, right? 602 right now. Look at how much we're outperforming high growth, by the way. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Nano Dimension, Microvision getting killed. Not really. They're basically both even. We're up over 1%. Beauty. Beautiful. Beautiful. 601. 85% of the portfolio is in BNGO. I'm sure that it is the biggest thing at the moment. Everybody in the dog knows that we're going to do great things long term. The business model is there. The product is there. The market is there. The team is there. I mean, you've got everything you want for a business and a company that's going to succeed. And this is the whole Warren Buffett strategy, like the super, completely oversimplified Warren Buffett strategy. right? And Warren Buffett probably wouldn't like being Joe because he's a financials. You know he would probably go crazy with the price to earnings ratio. All the old timers do, which is totally fine. But what I'll say is that this, from a company perspective, you look at this and if you don't even know about the share price, or even if you look at the share price and you're like, okay, this is overvalued, this has got a high PE. Guess what? Everybody that looks at the company realizes this is primed for great things in the future. Everybody looks at it like that. And it's for clear reasons. What I just said, it's got a great product, it's got a great market, great team. It's got everything. It's got everything you need. It's got everything you need to get to become profitable and make billions, right? I mean, 10,000 sapphires installed is not an unrealistic goal. That's what the management said. I mean, that's not what they explicitly said, but you guys know what the figure that I'm talking about. I know most of you do. All right. Bubba says you only need one stock if you are totally convinced of that. Dude, there you go. There you go, man. Research the company and see what you see if you believe in it like that. This is a company that will do great things. Everybody knows it, right? Long term, everyone knows it. I hope AMC explodes. All profits will go straight into Bngo. I know, me too. Me too. All right. Let me read some comments here. 95%, 13K shares. That's about 10,000 more than I do, my friend. Congratulations on that. It is a great Brandon Bolts. Bngo is the future standard of prenatal. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. That's not. I mean, there's so many markets for us to take over. I know. There's so many. If anyone's just getting in here right now, I hope you watched the video yesterday. That was a good one. I thought it was good. I guess that's for you to decide, right? But Eric, our CEO, I didn't cover this yesterday because he posted it right after my damn video, right after I shot it. But anyways, the Epic data coming out, quote, this is what I was talking about. And this is one of the more confident things I've seen by Eric Holman in a while. I think the management is confident. I think we've got good things brewing behind the scenes. I think earnings are going to be kick-ass. That's as simple as you can get. I'm thinking we're doing good things. I'm thinking Wednesday is the day. You guys always see the thumbnails, right? We're going to moon. It's only a matter of time. It is time now, essentially. I mean, 2 days from now, right? It's finally time. I can finally, I mean, I've talked about this a little bit, right? Technically speaking, if we get a miss, technically speaking, it's possible if we were to go down to like 4 or 5 or even less than that, whatever it is, and then we still go to $100 in 5 years or 3 years, whatever it is, it's totally possible. It's totally possible. But this earnings, I think this is going to be a really good. I think it's time. I mean, that's what I'm thinking, right? I could be wrong, but that's pretty much what it comes down to. Yeah, Brennan did sign. Yeah, Brennan, can you confirm for us, my friend? Did Simon unblock you? I think he did. He did unblock you. 6K plus shares, 100% of the portfolio, holding until I can buy a house in Southern California in cash. Ooh, in cash? Yeah, well, that'd be easier if it was not California, was it? But, well, hey, 6K shares, I guess that's all you need, right? 6K, that's enough. If Bngo does what we think it will, that'll be enough. Depends on the size of the house, I guess, technically. But anyways, all right. Just bought another 200 shares and a $6 call option August 20th. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Let's look at, hey, by the way, what the hell's going on here? While I was reading the chat messages, it looks like Name Dimension just caught up to Bngo and then some. And high growth kind of just spiked there, and Bngo is not really following. Interesting. Very interesting. Very weird. Very weird. Let's see what the markets are doing. We haven't even checked what the markets are doing today. Wow. Yeah, okay, that's kind of concerning, to be honest with you. The Russell is absolutely skyrocketing today. High growth is really not following along. Not really. I mean, it's green, barely though, barely. And if it is green, most things are barely green, right? They're 1%, 2% maybe, a couple 3%ers, and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all you got today so far. We'll see what happens though. $5.97. Testing the 5-minute Supertrend. SAR. We want to keep that bullish. Obviously. It's all about Texas now. Screw California, basically. Oh, man. Saving for Lake House. Bngo will pay at. Let me check the Twitter here. And the institutional filings, by the way, if you guys didn't see this, the institutional ownership is absolutely fucking skyrocketed. That's as simple as you can get. My friends, it's at almost 18% now. This was at like, what was it? This was at like 4% a couple months ago. This was less. I think this was like, was it? Did this hit 2 or 3%? I don't even remember. You get my point, though. The institutional ownership absolutely skyrocketed. And I know a lot of people care about that a lot because they trust the institutions more than they trust themselves, which is, that's fine. Do what you got to do. But institutions are on our side now, it looks like, right? And remember, they are a little bit delayed. And make sure everybody fast forwards to being live, right? All right, yes, he did. I'm going to be on my best behavior and try to help him. I mean, he has a 4-year degree from Johns Hopkins, and Johns Hopkins is presenting optogenome mapping at the CGC. Hard to go against alma mater. Oh, man. That's awesome. That's awesome. I hope he looks at that data. Why? I don't know why Simon... I mean, we all know why he neglects this stuff. We all know why he doesn't comment on like, factual stuff about optogenome mapping doing well and being... and having a niche, right? Whether or not that niche is worth an investment, that you can debate that, but whether it has a niche in the future, it definitely has a niche, right? It definitely does. You can still be bearish on the stock and admit the product has a niche. Come on now, right? But Simon doesn't, and we all know why it is, right? He's got commitments. He's already invested in BIOL before he even started with Bngo. He's already got previously made commitments, and we just got the 5-minute bearish flip on the SAR. Not what you want. Remember, though, we kind of want this to go down. We kind of want this to go down, at least some of us do, I guess, before earnings so we can get more shares before earnings. All right. Now you can block him. What was that one comment about the guitar riff, man? I forgot. What was that? Pantera something? If that person's still here, tell me what you were talking about. 594 right now, barely up. Yeah, we just made a new intraday low. Damn. Yeah, 593 is intraday low now. About to flip red. And it looks like Microvision just absolutely got killed. We're moving with it. However, Nano Dimension is still... Nano Dimension just started outperforming out of nowhere. And oh my god, there we go, 592. There we go, red. There we go. And look at what Webull has for the EPS if it's not going to glitch. What? Okay, never mind. I think it says, yeah, look, well, okay, I guess it's not glitched now. This was saying 3 cents earlier, I think. Let's see if this is the markets. I bet it is. Yep. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's the Russell going up from almost 2% in the green to barely 1% in the green. That's the kind of effect it has on the high growth sector. However, when it goes up, high growth doesn't give a shit, only when it goes down. That's how you get really scared. That's why some people get very scared about a correction. What that would do to high growth. And, that's what I always say, just in case, have buying power or have UVXY or do something to have a little bit of hedging against that, Wanted the guitar riff today to be Pantera Walk, but looking like a red day now, lol. Walk. I think I can play it. I'm going to be honest with you. I never really got into Pantera, to be honest with you, my friend. You probably hate me now. But Walk is the only riff that I can even think of off the top of my head. Gonna be honest with you. The Dimebag Daryl memes, though, is that what they call them? Those memes I have seen, though. Everything turning negative, it seems. Yeah, pretty much. High growth as a sector kind of just mostly turned red, or at least some of it did. If you look at the spark lines here, even for the green stuff, everything's cooling off right now. That's not a good example. Okay, Myers. Why do I have Myers in here? This is not a high growth stock. Can I move this to something else? All right, let's just delete it. Yeah, that's not a high growth stock at all. They get zero volume, literally zero. And we are back to green, but barely. 594. Hammer candle formation hopefully forming here. Remember, guys, it doesn't... What the heck? Okay, we got some interesting... What? We've got some very interesting action on the level 2 data here. 50,000 shares to be bought at $4, and then 100,000 shares, it looks like, to be bought at 11 cents. We got some people messing around. End of day price target? Jeez, I don't know. End of day price target? I don't really have. I told you at the start of this, I don't really have a prediction for today. I have a prediction for this week. You guys know. Oh yeah, and the bet is on with Thresh. The bet is on. If Bngo, I'll tell you that in a second. But I don't really have a price target for today because we're just going to move with high growth. I would predict that we do end green today just because we got so much great news over the weekend, right? We got a ton of great news. We got the CDC stuff, and we got Eric being very bullish, if I can go back to his tweet. And I do think there are good things brewing behind the scenes. And the markets are way up today, and we're still red. So it's like, a betting man would say maybe this is a buying opportunity right before earnings. The betting man would maybe say that. I don't know. You make your own decisions, right? But talking back about, what was I going to talk about? I am betting, yeah, the bet with Thresh. Okay, so the bet with Thresh, basically, if we go to the pinned messages here, for this one, if Bngo closes above 7 any day this week, he would donate $100. And if Bngo doesn't close above $7 any day next week, Auspicious will write Thresh trash was right for a whole stream. There it is. So I think we're going to close. So there you have it. Basically, I'm thinking we're going to close above 7 one day this week, at least. If not multiple, if not higher than that. And you guys know what day that is. Thursday, right? Because Wednesday is earnings, and that's after hours. You guys know exactly what I'm thinking, I'm sure. All right, off topic, what is your favorite band? Kill Switch Engage, no doubt. Kill Switch Engage, Trivium, both for my Valentine, Parkway Drive, a metalcore. Call me a metalcore. I don't know. Everyone makes fun of metalcore fans. I am one. Go ahead. I'll take it. Brandon, if you were 100% in Bngo, would you sell a part now to still have buying power? I think that is dangerous. You never know when Bngo will totally take off. So I think you mean if you were like 100% Bngo with zero buying power. So basically, you should. Yes, it is dangerous right now. It depends on your situation, of course. Is this money that you need? If this is money that you don't need, Alex, my friend, I would say keep that in for now, just for a couple of days, because I'd say it's worth the risk for earnings. Because, dude, you could sell now and have a little bit of buying power just in case of the bear case, which is very unlikely in my opinion, or you could just hold it for a couple of weeks, and guess what? Even if earnings goes down, guess what? If you're bullish on the company long term, just continue to hold. If it's not money you need, just continue to hold. There's no problem. So I would say, yeah, if you have to have buying power, if you're really worried about a crash like I am, yes, sell a little bit after earnings, I would say. Also, but please, there's plenty of contingencies there that I'm not aware of with your question, so please make your own decision. Also, I heard that 5 of 10 of the RG stocks have nothing to do with genomics. I haven't time to fact check that. So is their goal to help genomics world or make money? Make money or both? Well, I don't know. My friend. I need to think about that more. 628. Historically, it pulls back during earnings, politically suppressed, and I'm going long and hard. Politically suppressed is a little bit. There are legitimate reasons that BioNano might have people with a lot of power and a lot of money. They might not like us because the reason is optical genome mapping. If we were to get global Sapphire adoption, we would be putting out. I mean, karyotyping fish CMA. We're putting those guys out of business. I mean, the people who make those products there in those fields, they're gone. I mean, no one's going to use them anymore because they just shouldn't. And this happens. And of course, I'm sure most of you have read some economic books, and you read hopefully Economics in One Lesson, Henry Hazlitt, best book of all time. And you know that just because one field goes out of business, there's also a ton of fields being created through our optical genome mapping takeover. Right? It's not necessarily negative that a new technology is better. Right? Not necessarily negative at all. Not by any means. Not in any case. But those people who are in karyotyping and CMA development and manufacturing, they don't want them. They don't want to go out of business. They want to do everything they can to suppress optical genome mapping's rise. And maybe the health industry as well, hospitals and clinics and places that do a lot of hands-on work with not that great technology compared to what we have, they don't want us to succeed. For basically, they want us to keep their jobs. And obviously, that's not very moral because we would be helping people, we would be helping the lives of people. But maybe that is a little bit of a thing. What do you guys think about that? I've heard that several times before. I think there's a little bit of truth to it. Most likely, right? There's no way to know for sure. Let me read some more comments here. The news today is that this is a pump and dump again. I would take a shot every time you hear Marco say that. You say that every day, my friend. It is all Twilight Zone short term. We know what we hold. Entertaining to watch the action, though. Eric seemed pumped about this week, so it should be super interesting. Yeah, I know. I agree. I agree completely. It's going to be a fucking interesting week, man. 602 right now as I'm talking. We're back up 1%, 1.5% of the green. Seeing some buying pressure coming back in here. And high growth is getting a bounce finally, which this is kind of scary because I'm guessing the Russell just bounced as well. Yep, it did. That's what's that's what's so scary right now about how high growth is moving as a sector now. But I think this is going to be a good week. We've got so many good things. We got the Medicare thing. We've got earnings, of course, and we've got the CGC. We've already had great data coming out from the Cancer Genomics Consortium. We've already had great stuff come out, and it's only going to be more. Eric himself said we're going to get epic data, right, coming out this week. For a red day, play Raining Blood by Slayer. Oh, man. Dude, I got to watch the Slayer meme. That just reminded me of the Slayer memes. Oh, the Slayer memes are so good. Those are a good time. I'm going to have to watch those later now. Pantera equals Cemetery Gates. I don't know that riff, to be honest with you. I don't know. Pantera, I just don't know Pantera, my friend. Your guitar is tuned half a step down and drop D. No, drop C. Or actually, no, drop B. Yeah, drop B. Yeah, it's the lowest it can go, my friend. It's pretty low for a metalcore person as well. 605 just had sporadic price action. Sporadic movement in the upwards direction. Same with Microvision and Nano Dimension, though. Yeah, all of high growth just absolutely skyrocketed right there. Oh, right. When Eric says epic, you know it's good. He tries to hold back and not show his hand too much, but epic, I know he does. Eric is interesting, man. Eric is quite the character. I think there are good things brewing behind the scenes. That's my thought. I think there's good stuff happening. I've said that before. I think there's good stuff. This company, I only get more confident on them. The more that I find out, the more that we see, the more that I hear from them, the management seems more confident, and I get more confident in the management, right? So that's 100% true. I work in the machining world, and everyone here hates on 3D printing. I understand what their thoughts are, but realistically, they're afraid of losing their job. Yeah, exactly. Yes, and yeah, yep. Short interest. Okay, yeah, let's go. Yeah, that's a good. I'm glad you told me that because I looked at the short interest here, and I didn't actually pull it up. Because I'm an idiot. All right, here we go. We're up about 1% a day. Nothing crazy, though. And this actually is... Oh, God, I should have talked about this in the earnings. Should have talked about that in the earnings video, but yesterday. But basically, this is going to be... If earnings... This is one reason why earnings is going to be huge. I mean, not huge. Well, this is one reason why the price reaction would be huge if earnings were to be good. Because the shorts. There's such a high short interest, man. That's why. And that's why we cover it every day. 603 right now. Epic Eric. Up and down. I think we go over $7 before earnings. Then I think comes the sellout. Buy the rumor, sell the news. Well, that is not what we had last time. Last time we had the opposite. We had buy the news and hold the news. Buy on earnings and hold until $9, which was 100% up from $4. So I don't know. I mean, I don't think that's going to be... And the reason why I don't think that's very likely is because people really... I think for this stock, I think people care about earnings more so than the average stock. It's a peculiar effect on earnings, and it's a peculiar cause as well because it's such an esoteric company. It's so hard to understand stuff. I mean, it's like as esoteric as you can get. I mean, if you want to talk about esoteric stuff, OGM, right? Why don't you go out on the street and say optical genome mapping and see how many people look at you like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, that's going to happen left and right. It's because no one knows about it. It's because it's very advanced field, very specific field, very esoteric. 2021 is a crap year for growth stocks. 7 months gone, not much happening. It might be a while before we see substantial jump in growth stocks. It's like watching paint dry. Why do you say that? If it's already been 7 bad months, what makes you think it's going to be 7? Or what makes you think it's going to continue to be bad? For me, it seems like high growth has gotten absolutely killed with the markets going straight up. There's got to be a correction coming sometime, or at least for the stocks that have exponentially increased their fundamental value while getting killed from all-time highs. For example, BioNano, right? Quintessential example. Absolutely quintessential. All right, I'm getting someone is saying check your email. All right, I'm going to check it. I never know which email it is. Okay. I'm not seeing anything. I'm not seeing anything there. Listen to Cemetery Gates by Pantera. Awesome song there from Louisiana, too. All right, I'll listen to that if I remember, my friend. I'll listen to that. I like metal. Metal is my genre. Good morning. I'm late. Anyone else late? I was at least I'm not late like Friday. I was like 30 minutes late last time. This is actually on Friday. This is about right now. This is basically what time I was waking up. I was like, oh, crap. Brandon, don't get me wrong. I'm a long-term bull, but I think you put too much weight on Bngo stock reaction in the past. Doesn't mean it's likely again. Market tends to throw curveballs. Sure, absolutely, that's sure. You know, you're kind of going with that fallacy composition argument, right? Looking at one thing that happened or happens and then saying it's going to happen and then it's going to apply it to something else. Applying the past to the future is always a trade game. And of course, it's never necessarily indicative of the future, of course. But what else are you going to do, man? What else are you going to do? You're going to look at the past and say, it's okay, we went up on last earnings. This time we're going to go opposite. We're going to go down. It's like, no. It's likely that if we were to get a beat this quarter, it's likely that we're going to do what we usually do. The last 2 times we went up 10% after hours. One of those times we went up 100% in a month, right? In less than a month. So I would say it's likely that we're going to go up again. That's as simple as it can get. Also, you factor in the fact you factor in that we've gone down so much with so much great news. People are waiting for the earnings. They want to hear it from the horse's mouth. They want to see the company say that they've been doing these great things that we've apparently been getting. They want to see the company verify this stuff. They want to see the concrete numbers and the revenue beat and huge year-over-year numbers, which is going to be 200% if we meet estimates, if we match the consensus revenue estimate according to ChartMill. That's what people want to see. So I do think earnings are going to be big. Absolutely do. I do. I think people are going to react to it. And if other people don't react to it, I'll still react to it. Because at the end of the day, this is when the company will tell us what they've been doing. Well, this is when they're going to be telling us whether they've been looking at each other all quarter and getting older, or whether they've been working their asses off like the news would lead us to believe. This is what we want to see. We want to see them. We want to see what the hell they've been up to this last quarter, man. It's important as hell, and I think other people are gonna think the same thing. All right. $20.25 price target. Sorry, I had to enter them into the matrix there. I had to check the notifications there. 2025 price target is around, I would say $50, $30 to $100, somewhere in that range. Yeah, $30 bear case, most likely, I would say. Yeah. Probably more than that. Probably 50. Yeah, something like that. Probably. Narrows comes out, we're in the hundreds. We're in the hundreds. Earnings Whisper is showing 100% positive earnings prediction. Really? Last I checked, that was not the case at all. Let me check it again. I checked this yesterday. Oh, see. Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah, you see Earnings Whisper. Of course, they update their software right after I'm done with it. Of course. Wow, that's funny. That's too good. They have 3.52 million. Yes, literally yesterday, not 24 hours ago, the revenue was projected for 3.3 million, I think, or something like that. Now it's 3.52. Which is a slight beat over the consensus, right? Very slight beat, $20,000, very slight. I don't even know if we would move on $20,000 higher. But yeah, $6 flat, 1% in the green. All right, have you reached out to MGMT? Who's MGMT? What do you mean by MGMT? Venmo, make it possible to receive donations, please. Okay, Venmo. All right. Venmo. All right. I'll do that after this, hopefully, if I remember. Oh, management. You mean management? Have you reached out to management for an interview? Kind of. I have emailed investor relations a few times. I should probably try again. Oh, okay, I see your PayPal now, whoever that was. Who was it? You don't have to do that, my friend. You do not have to do that. Oh, I'm going back in the Matrix, sorry. Hold on, I'm going in the Matrix real quick. I want to see who I need to say thank you to. Hold on. Let me go up here. Gosh. Okay. From G-Motion, buy some BNGO, baby. Oh, thank you so much. Okay, I got to buy BNGO. Okay, somebody send me money to buy BNGO. Here we go, $30 worth. Okay, $30 worth. Okay, here we go. Let me do $30 worth. What is that going to be? 7 shares? Let's see. 6 shares? 35? All right, I'll do you one better. I'll do $35 instead of 30. Hell yeah. All right, here we go. $5.98. Yeah, we'll do 590 here. We'll do 597. There we go. Boom. Right on there. Boom. Boom, baby. Hell yeah. Thank you for the donation, my friend. You did not have to do that. The shares are in, the order's in. And if we start rallying throughout the rest of the day, I will move the order way up, which it looks like it looks like that might be what's happening. So, oh yeah, and let me answer that question here. Okay, man, yeah, sorry. Have I reached out to management for an interview? Sorry, sometimes my brain doesn't work. Remember, sometimes I look at, sometimes I can't, sometimes it don't work. But I have not. You know what? I'm gonna do that again. I'm gonna do that again sometime. I think. Yeah. I'm gonna do that after this. I'm gonna do Venmo. I'm gonna set that up, and I'm gonna reach out to management again, and I'm gonna contact their investor relations and maybe somebody on LinkedIn, message them, see if I can get in talks with somebody for a YouTube interview or something. Yeah, the Matrix. Let's go. Yeah, let's go. All right, Nazi. Thank you so much, my friend. I'll see you next time. All right, let me. Tesla, let's fucking go. Yeah, I knew. Hey, Boomstick, I knew you'd be happy with that. I said earlier when I saw it was over 700, I was like, Boomstick's happy today. Oh man, I'm happy for you, my friend. Russell up 1%. It was up closer to 2% last I checked. Let's see. Okay, yeah, it's pulling back a little bit now, but yeah, it's up over 1%. Yeah, nice. Thank you so much, Gary. Freaking legend. Thank you so much, man. Click on the actual revenue symbol on the earnings whisper. It brings up more stats that are in green. Okay. Growth? No. Can't find it. Somebody's out there looking at the chat like, this fucking idiot. 598 right now. Latest EPS. Oh. This is last quarter, though. This is last quarter. Yeah, this is last quarter. $178.9%. Is there anything new here? Yeah, there's nothing new here. That's for quarter one. Looks like. Yep, that's the PR. That's the PR that they released. $5.98. Bouncing around $6 is a good sign. Well, it doesn't really matter, to be honest with you. For me, I just don't really think it matters at all whether we close at 5 or 4 or 7 today. I mean, it really doesn't matter much because the numbers are all that matters this week. I think that's going to determine our value, right? If we get $4 million, we're going to be great. If we get three flat, oh my god, I mean, we'd be dead. We'd be absolutely dead. It'd be over. It would be over in the wrong direction, right? It would be over negatively. 4,000 shares bought 598, helping the price to climb higher. Is there anyone here that thinks earnings are going to be bad? That's the real question, because I'm pretty sure everybody, including the bears, I said this earlier, actually admits that earnings looks auspicious. Conducive is basically, or auspicious, those are the best ways to describe the earnings report this weekend, this Wednesday here. Yes, but remember, in order to reach that $30 mark in March or May, we need to meet the annual EPS by 20, and by 20th of December. I don't really think people are, with the whole EPS thing, I don't really think people are going to be worried. For me at least, I'm not really too worried about the EPS, really at all, to be honest. I mean, I don't really care. I don't really care about their expenses compared to how much they're earning. I don't really care about the EPS. I care more about the revenue and how much they're actually making, how many sales they're getting. Because I also know the more salvage they get installed, the more consumable revenue is going to be there. And you guys know we make better margins. To my understanding, we actually make more money on the consumables rather than the Sapphire sales. That's what I keep hearing, and I do. And to my understanding, yeah, and that's if that is true, assuming that's true, which I'm 99% sure it is. The more consumables we get, the better, right? The less, technically speaking, for profitability. means it's better if we were to get low sales and high consumable revenues. So we want a ton of installations and we want a high volumes. We want to get in the clinics and we want to get in the diagnostic realm as well, right? Clinical diagnostics, right? That'd be beautiful as well because we haven't even done that yet, and we've already got 100 sapphires installed, and it's only gonna increase. It's only gonna increase, man. 597 just got sporadic price movement down, but it looks like we're getting barcoding. Yep, barcoding. Damn it. Here we go, barcoding time. We didn't last very long. We lasted very, very small amount of time. Up over 0.5% right now. All right. Earnings will be fine. It's the guidance that is important. The guidance last quarter is what caused the Jeter to lower his price start from 14 to 15. Yeah, what guidance though? Mark said, our CFO said we're going to get 20 to 40% operating expense, 20 to 40% for the next few years. I don't remember if that was last earnings or the one before that. And then we got the 150 sapphires installed estimate or goal, I guess, by the company. And then we didn't really get any actual concrete guidance last quarter. We didn't get the company saying, I remember one time they were asked what do you expect financially or what's the guidance. I don't know how the question was asked, but they were asking for guidance, what they're expecting for number wise in the next few quarters and years. The company said, and I think it was Eric himself. He said we don't give those numbers out because for whatever reason they just don't. They're not going to get. Is anyone even expecting them to give like concrete predictions for what the next few earnings are going to be? They don't do that. If they have done that, please send me the link. But to my understanding and to my memory, they've never actually given us clear forward guidance in a while. Like in the last 2 quarters, they haven't given us anything. All right, and besides what I just said, which was the operating expense model and the Sapphire track goal. You have to look at the revenue and the EPS, and if it's not even close, that's why the stock keeps going down. 594, almost flipping red. Got to hold 593 past 1030. Exactly, the key of this time is high visible installs and setting the standard as best value. Yeah, that's kind of where my thinking is closer to Havana's. Yeah, I don't really care. The profitability will come once we have a huge number of consumables because that's where we make most of our money from. Right now, what we need as shareholders, we want to see a ton of sales and a high sample volume. That's what we want. I'm not really too worried about the expenses, right? Okay, for all we know, the EPS is going to be a miss because their expenses are super high and they're using their money to get the 5 large clinical studies, which are going to be FDA approval evidence, right? Okay, I'm totally cool if they're going to do that. I'm totally fine if we get an EPS match or an EPS match or miss because of that. Aren't you? I'm good with that. And as I say that, we just flipped red here. Yeah, the Russell just got killed. And it's so funny because while it was climbing, we didn't really follow it at all. We kind of did. And then once it starts falling, here we go again. Remember, earnings, it doesn't matter. I've told you guys this 1,000 times. I'm going to keep saying it today and tomorrow. And then you'll be done with me. Finally, you'll have a couple month break of me saying this. But it doesn't matter if we're at 590 or 650 or 550 or $4 here before earnings because that's what's going to matter for the price, in my opinion. Brandon, you think we moon? Yeah, I do think we close above 7 this week. I think we're going to close one day above 7 easily. Honestly, I'm even more bullish than that, but I try to restrain myself because, a lot of people are going to take what I say and then just be like, all right, YOLO time, baby. And that's not what we want. But I do think we're going to close above 7. I think the revenue has a very high chance to blow it out the park, right? Over a $500,000 revenue beat. My projection is 3.7 to 4 million. I have been right on my last 2 revenue projections. Basically, I said it was likely we're going to get beat. Last 2 times we did. I could be totally off this time, but I'm more confident this time than the other 2. Way more confident, but we'll see. All right, Q4 and Q1 are the most important earnings. If reimbursement doesn't accelerate sales, it becomes a concern. My 4-year-old daughter just said you sound like Jim Cramer. That's how I know I'm watching stocks too much. 4-year-old daughter? No way. Jim Cramer? I don't sound like Jim Cramer, do I? Come on, Jim Cramer. I don't know. I guess I'll take that as a compliment. I don't know. For me, is it important what the price is? What? You should. Okay. 4,000 shares just bought 592 there. All right, Thresh is here. Hey, Trash is here. I'm messing. Thresh, my friend, we've got our bet is still on. I'm guessing. I'm feeling good about my side. I'm feeling good about my side of the deal after this weekend, after what the CEO said. But we'll see what happens. If Bngo closes above 7 any day this week, that's it. I mean, I don't really. Why am I even telling Thresh? I don't expect him to hold it up. I don't expect him. All right. Brandon, aka Jimbo? No, you don't mean Jim from the office, do you? I don't know why my mind goes there when you say Jimbo, but it does. I don't want to be him. I don't like him. I don't like him at all. Bngo will explode when the celebrity thanks Bngo for something huge on social media. Yeah, probably. Yeah, and then the earnings we'll get like a $4 million. We'll get like $10 million the quarter two. We'll go up barely, and then that happens. Boom, there the moon comes. No, if we actually did get 5 million, we would explode. But we'll see. We'll see. Now when we are at the lowest point, Thresh comes back. Yeah, I know. Literally. AMC just had 15 minutes of shorting after breaking 38. Still mirrors Bngo a lot. Chart looks a little bit similar. Not really though. Today, 592. Thresh sits behind a screen and acts like a scholar. You're a loathsome peasant. A loathsome peasant. That's a good one. Oh man, you swine. You pretentious swine. My wife says you sound like Howard Stern. No, I'm not Howard Stern. I don't like anybody, though. It doesn't matter who you call me. I won't like him. I won't like it at all. I won't like him unless you call me Ragnar from Vikings, Ragnar, or Geralt. I will not be happy. or Aragon, I guess. That's how much of a nerd, and that's how much of a nerd I am. I embrace it. My wife says you sound like Howard Stern. No. Bull flag on the weekly chart. Let's see. It's hard to call it a bull flag. I would call it more. Well, we do have a doji on the weekly, which actually is bullish. What we need is a green weekly candle now, which totally is possible. I think we'll get exactly that. I think we'll get precisely that. We need to close the week. It would be nice if we close the week above the top of this wick here, above 630. It's just going to determine. It's just going to be dependent on earnings, though, and it's kind of trite to go over these candlestick patterns here, because at the end of the day, we all know what's going to happen. And I've said, take a shot every time I say this. Every time I say it, I mean, good luck with this game if you can do it, but it doesn't matter what the price does before earnings, because that's going to be what determines our value. But Brandon, they're saying this is what you look or sound like, not who you want to be in your Wild West and your wildest fantasies. Oh man, Brandon, you're one of the Anur. What does that mean? What does that mean? Is that another thing where my brain is not working? On Thresh being a loathsome peasant, yeah. You sound like Dave Portnoy. I think Bngo will be huge because they can do amazing and evil things with the tech. Evil makes a lot of money, lol. What kind of evil things can they do with the tech? It's hard to use the Sapphire in an evil way. I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, the first thing that comes to mind is use the Sapphire to understand what you need to edit in gene editing, and then edit something so where it's the most horrible genetic abnormality ever, and then go and then use that in something, and then you'll put that in, and genetically engineer that for like a steak and then sell it. That's like the most evil thing I can think of. What are you gonna do? I don't think that's realistic. I'm confident we'll be above $10 by the end of the week. Ooh, $10. $10 is tricky. That would have to be. We would have to get something big for $10 a share, probably. Now what's more realistic? What does have a fairly decent chance of happening is we get a revenue beat, and then high growth maybe gives us some favors, and then we are on our way to good things, just like last earnings, which I don't know if we would go up 100% this time, maybe close to it, but last time we went up 100% with the CCO news and with earnings and with high growth going up. So if we could get a revenue beat here, get some good guidance, maybe even, right? I don't expect that, but if we were to get good guidance, that'd be cool. Or we could get nail-nails timeline, that would be even better. Or whatever it is, if the management speaks well and does well during the earnings call, those can be the catalyst to start an uptrend towards 10. That is more likely than us going to 10 this week, I would say. That would take something huge. I mean, I don't even know. We would need, oh man, we would need 4.5 million probably easily, probably, or even more maybe. The ones who started the Lord of the Rings world before the Valar, have you read? No, I have not. No, I have not read that. I haven't even read Lord of the Rings yet, my friend. No, you probably want to kill me now. Drugs make perfect humans. Viruses. It's sad to think how many people took their stimulus to buy Bngo at a $3 billion valuation. Poor bag holders. Dude, why do you keep pitying the people who did that? You know what? Those people, although that sucks for their financial situation, it was a great lesson for them. Why don't you stop being such a damn pessimist? Be optimistic, Thresh. When science interferes with God's will is where I stop supporting it. Into your price target. Oh, you're asking Ivana. Okay. Have you seen Godzilla King of the Monsters playing devil's advocate here? Yeah, I have seen that. Hold on. Let me look that up and make sure that's the right one that I saw. Because I think, isn't there a second one supposed to come out, if I remember it correctly? Yeah, this thing was good actually. I actually like now the story and the girl and the family in this was absolute shit. But the fights with what was he called? Ghidorah? King Ghidorah, the three-headed dragon, that was sick. I like those fights. I was rooting for Ghidorah the whole damn time. Ghidorah's just cooler than Godzilla, man. Godzilla, his power like changes. It's like he's so powerful sometimes, and then the next scene he's like, I'm gonna stop. I'm just gonna stop. My power is just gone now. Like it's weird. Sapphire only detects editing is what can be used for evil. Watch a ticker symbol. Yes, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Sapphire doesn't actually do the evil stuff, but it would be part of the process in doing an evil thing, so it's hard to, whatever. Doesn't matter. Know what you would do to identify traits you didn't want to propagate and sterilize carriers, trying to clearly want to use it as part of a eugenics program. Okay, we're getting the scary stuff. Eugenics now. Okay, geez. We're getting into the scary stuff. If they can see what they would like to optimize species to species, they then could use CRISPR to edit and create. There's a lot of evil things involving genetics in the world. Genetics is destiny in a sense. Psh, really? Are you sure? Really? This is stuck in the rut until they hit $100 million annual revenue. No, that's absolute shite. Up 0.5% right now, 596. That's an absolute shite opinion. Shite. Oh yeah, Thrash's end of year price. So yeah, you guys want to hear something funny, right? Somebody Q. I wish I could do that. I'm gonna make. I swear, I've been thinking about this for like a day straight. It's the only thing I can think about. Adding in Elijah Wood's laugh on. Have any of you seen this video? Here, let me pull it up real quick. Have any of you seen this Elijah Wood prank video? Oh my god, it's the funniest thing I've ever seen. Look at this shit. I can't. I think I might get copyright if I play it, but this shit right here is a funny. Cue the laugh by Elijah Wood when he asks him do you kick balls? Do you kick balls? In the movie Hooligan, you kick balls. If anyone knows what I'm talking about, and cue that laugh because Thrash's end of year price target is $1.50. Oh, $1.50. What the hell, you idiot! You idiot! I will pay you money if we hit $1.50 end of year. Or if that's what we close at end of year. Dude, that's not happening. $1.50? Do you even understand what would have to happen if we were go down $1.50? The evidence is right in front of you, Lowell. I've been saying the same thing since $9. Glad at least a few people listened. Well, according to our model here, let's just go to the bull case scenario real quick. Just bear with me. Let me just go to the bull case scenario. Like, let's just assume, let's just play with Thresh. Let's just go through the motions, go through a thought exercise with Thresh here. He says we need $100 million in annual revenues for, oh, dang it, I shouldn't have done that. Let me go back here. Wait, was that the right one? No, that's the wrong one. Let me go to the bull case, right? So there's a bear case, a base case, and a bull case, right? So what we usually look at is the base case. Let's look at the bull case. Just in case that happens, right? Maybe bull case will happen. You never know. Okay, 100 million in annual revenue. When is that going to happen? Well, that's going to be 3 years from now, right? We're also going to be profitable by then. Do you really think the stock is not going to move from currently where we're at, losing about 40 million a year, to profitability in 3 years and literally like 6xing the revenue? You really think we're not going to move at all? We're just going to suddenly start making the stock price is just going to suddenly start going up once we start hitting triple digits in the total revenue? No, that's absolutely that's a crazy idea, right? This is why I think Thresh is like, I don't know what the hell. He says stuff that he's informed sometimes, but he also says crazy things. I think they're crazy, at least. You know, you determine what's crazy or not. Some of you think I'm crazy, right? All right, end of year, Brandon. End of year. End of year price target is $10 to $15, 20 maybe, right? I think 10 to 15. I think 10 is very likely. I think 15 is pretty likely, and then 20 is like 20 has a realistic chance, but not. I don't know if it's super likely that we'll get 20. Yeah, I'd say $10. 10 to 15 is more likely. You're on acid. Someone made that bull case scenario on acid. Even your bear case makes very optimistic assumptions. Woo! What? Okay, hold on. I have one question for you, buddy. Do you see nanonozzle on any of these things? This isn't even the bull case, my friend. If we had nanonozzle in here, these revenue projections, this would look like the bear case, son. You're out of your mind. Thresh, you're out of your goddamn mind, son. What are you talking about? 596 right now. We're in the green, up 0.5%. Good morning, Vietnam. Hello. Every time somebody says that in the chat, I got to do it. Havana Woody, Germany in the 1930s and 40s was making huge progress in genetics and eugenics. There will be a stop. There will be a stop put on any of it in the world, I assume. Rich Shippy looks like he's giving a Sapphire course on Twitter. Look at the number of tweets yesterday. Love the enthusiasm. People in the field respect him and Alka tremendously, and they listen. Yes, I love it. The management is expressing optimism, confidence in the global Sapphire adoption, and it seems to me like they have been effectuating their goal of global Sapphire adoption this last quarter two. And I think the quarter two earnings is going to reflect that in terms of the numbers and the revenue, baby. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking, my friends. Let me read some comments I missed here. If there's any good ones, let's see here. I feel like there's a QAnon member between us. I don't know. Is there? I don't know much about QAnon, my friend. All right. Shippy is the best purchase in the recent months. Well, actually, I don't think they attributed the WeHealth adoption. I'm pretty sure they attributed that to I forgot if they said just Jason Pryor or also Rich Shippy, our CCO, Pryor, or both at the same time. I don't know, but it's kind of impossible for us to know what their best addition was, right? Just because Rich Shippy is on Twitter a ton of times doesn't necessarily mean he's working harder and more efficiently than Jason Pryor, our CCO. But I don't know. I hope they do well. They both are certainly credentialed well. One of them had experience with getting FDA approval for CMA, or yeah, it was CMA. Was it carrot typing? I think it was CMA, chromosomal microarray analysis. Yeah, I think that was the one. And then the other one had experience growing the company's revenue from like 8 million to 400 million. So they both are very credentialed, and they're both put in auspicious opportunities. So I hope they're going to perform. I hope they have already. There's no real way for us to know for sure, right? Unless BioNano's human resources manager is just in the chat, just lurking, right? You want to give me confirmation on that? If the C-suite is doing well or not? There's no real way for us to know for sure. But from what we can tell, they've done a good job, right? But we don't know that much. All we know is what they say, right? I mean, think about how much volume that is for their performance compared to everything else they do. It's barely anything. All right, going to go over 6 soon. 597 right now. Still outperforming the interdimension and microvision on the day, and that is Jay predicting that. I would not bet against Jay. Usually when Jay makes a prediction, I don't know if his predictions are always right, but I would not bet against Jay most of the time though. So I don't know. We'll see. He's saying we're going over 6 soon. Right now we're at 597. What the heck is Robinhood doing? Oh my gosh, who is buying Robinhood? Dude, no. I mean, Robinhood can do good things. The thing is, they gotta stop freaking manipulating the damn markets, man. If they ever do what they did before with GameStop and AMC not letting people to buy those, I'll short this shit just from a moral perspective, man. I can't believe they did that. I can't believe they have the audacity to go public after that shit. I can't believe, no, I can't, no, that's fine with their dude. I can believe that. I can't believe the audacity of people to buy this after what they did. Literally just straight up manipulating the markets like that. I mean, even if you hate AMC, you have to admit that that is like the most blatant form of market manipulation. And it's crazy that that can happen. It's crazy that that can happen, man. Obviously, well, I won't say that. Brandon is the poster boy for Big Pharma. What are you talking about? What? What? We should have added the tier 2-hour bet where Bngo goes under 5 by end of year. Like, closes under 5 or just wicks there? Because I think we could hit under 5 again. I think it's very unlikely, especially I think if earnings is going to be good this quarter, I think it, or last quarter I should say, the earnings report this week, I guess. If that's going to be good, I think it's very unlikely. But technically speaking, if high growth gets decimated with the market crash, it's possible that we hit under 5 again. It's possible. It's unlikely. It's possible, though. And this is why I have buying power in UVSY, right? I'm not really scared about BioNano as a company. I'm actually very confident. I'm actually more confident now than I ever, pretty much, I mean, relatively speaking, I'm more confident. I mean, you guys, I always say, all right, every single month, almost every single week, I get more confident about the company long term. Right, the price is not the price is not how I justify that or how I get to that conclusion. I get to that based on what I see with the Sapphire and the company's work. All right, ARK is filling all their sectors with Hood. Really? ARK bought millions of Hood? Dude, they're fucking crazy. I mean, maybe they're undervalued right now, but Robinhood as a platform sucks ass. I know some of you use Robinhood, that's totally fine, but compared to Webull and even Charles Schwab, which I don't like very much either, it's ass, don't you think? I mean, for the typical investor like us, right, whatever, they've been in the market for a little while, they do some trading, they check it a lot, they're on it a lot. You don't want Robinhood because it doesn't show you any information, right? Do you guys feel the same on that? Robinhood just doesn't, it's not... Okay, I don't like Robinhood, but hear me out. They forced other brokers to not charge commissions. They were the trailblazers. Yes, they did. Absolutely. But they also literally were the first ones to they were also the first ones to like be proven to that were proven to manipulate the markets on purpose. And they do, and I don't know why. So did we ever find out why? I didn't even get into the whole lawsuit with Robinhood and all that shit. It's too boring for me. But I do know that they halted the buying of certain stocks. Do we know if that was because some people paid them off? I guess I would know if we did find something out like that. But that's crazy, man. And let me ask you this: all the people who use Robinhood, dude, it's not. I mean, if you've ever used Webull or even anything else that's competent, like even TD Ameritrade or E-Trade, even right, or Fidelity, or you know all these other ones you guys are saying, Charles Schwab, whatever it is. There's no Robinhood is just like Robinhood is like the freaking you guys know in God of War that there's like a what's like the starting enemy engagement in like an RPG like God of War, for example. God of War, the new God of War, 2018, I guess is relatively new, right? 3 years old, relatively new, the newest God of War. It's like the very starting battle where you find out your controls, right? It's like, for example, to put that in perspective, when a new investor comes in, just got their investing account, first time investing, they use Robinhood, then they graduate onto the real stuff, to the adult stuff. That's kind of how I view Robinhood compared to the other brokers. So I'm surprised. So that's kind of why I'm automatically out the gate inherently a little bit bearish long term on Robinhood, and unless they change their business model and change their practices with manipulation shit. Unless if they ever do that again, man, God, I can't believe they would do that. That lost me a lot of faith in them. Obviously, as you can tell. All right, button sequence. Is that what we call it? I can't think of the word I want. Like the practice sequence. Just getting used to the controls. Yeah, button sequence. Yeah, whatever it is. Whatever you want to call it. Seems like Robinhood lacks a lot of info. Exactly, precisely. I kind of just tried to say that. Did I even say that? They don't have any information. There's no information there. You can't, if you want to find out the time and sales data on Robinhood, or if you want to look at the level 2 data, or or the financials, or the news even, or the option chain, right? I mean, do they even have the damn a summary of the company on their freaking thing? What about the analysts? They don't have, and obviously Webull doesn't just have this. Webull has 1,000 things, right? Webull has, look at all the widgets it has. Okay, I mean, look at all this shit, right? Robinhood doesn't even have half this stuff. So anyway, 601 right now, up about 1%, almost 1.5%. Tutorial. Yeah. Tutorial. Yeah, sure. Yeah. How was my brain not able to think of that? Brain's not very smart, is it? Reading Eric Holman's tweet, gonna be a busy few days. EBIT data coming out, quote, I believe that the results will be more than huge. I know. Yeah. I think Eric is bullish. I think we're gonna get a damn earnings beat, man. That's what I'm thinking. I use Fidelity on Webull. Robinhood is like the penny slots in Vegas. Cheap and trashy, but it will prosper with taking care of the big players involved. Robinhood is only your friend if you're a new investor, like completely fresh, absolutely no shit all about investing in the markets, right? Like what even is the S&P 500? You know, that kind of level. That is the people those kind of people. Those are who you direct to Robinhood, right? And then the people who actually have some money in the market, then those people go to Webull and Fidelity and all the stuff that we're mentioning, right? Just got my popcorn for Wednesday's edition of Margin Calls Live. Dude, what's wrong with you? Do you just want everybody to die? Thresh, do you just want everybody to get a margin call and lose all their money and have their fail and just what do you? Oh man. Do you have a video explaining UVXY? No, I don't, but I can explain it to you right now. It's a fear index, and although there is time decay, and although you do have to be very careful with holding this, I do hold 30 shares right now. Yeah, just look historically. It goes down when the markets go up, and it goes up. This will spike an insane amount when the market goes down. And for me, I am gonna try to catch it whenever the market crashes. Or even corrects, not even necessarily crashes. Whenever it does, in my mind, right, everyone has a different thought on the overall macroeconomic state, right? There's a thousand factors. I mean, macroeconomics, Jesus, you can go, whatever. But I think I think UVXY will see a huge valuation one day, short term, and in relatively the near future, right? This year, I would say, maybe next year, early to mid next year, probably. So in the next 15 months-ish, 15 to 20 months, this shit is gonna skyrocket, and I'm gonna try to catch it, and that's how I'm gonna make money on the way down, and then throw all this profit back into Bngo. That's my goal, right? We'll see if I actually do it, right? Easier said than done. I'm gonna need more than 30 shares too. I'm gonna have to buy more sooner or later, right? Anyways, $6 up about 1%. So anyways, yeah, to ape language, right? UVXY will go up when the markets go down, right? So in other words, it's a hedge against the markets, right? If you think the markets are bearish, if you think the market's going to go down, buy UVXY. It's a fear index. You got to be careful with UVXY, though. That's not one for the people who don't know what the hell they're doing. You're gonna buy UVXY for insurance in case of a heavy correction, mild crash. Gonna get about 8 to 10% of the account in the UVXY, buying 1 to 2% progressively up to 10%, approximately. Is that reasonable? Yeah, I think that's reasonable, but you have to understand. Yeah, it is reasonable. How long are you gonna hold that though? Are you with UVXY? The thing is, you really got to catch this shit at a good price, right? For me, I got $28. That's if you're gonna go in with 10% of your portfolio, this shit will go. This will go way down if the market. This thing is used to going down 3% every day. So you really got to try to catch this when the markets are at all-time highs, which they are right now, basically. And yeah, if you are bearish on the markets, it's a good option. But if the markets continue climbing, this is going to get killed. But it is a good hedge. It is a good hedge. So if you are here, that's probably a little bit. That seems a little bit ambivalent, probably to some of you. But I'll say, if you're going to buy UVXY, you really got to be bearish on the markets. And it never hurts to buy a little bit of UVXY whenever JP is speaking, right? Buying UVXY when JP is speaking this week or next week, whatever it is, in anticipation for that is almost never a bad idea. And it looks like we don't have JP or the Fed talking anytime that soon. Oh my gosh, so many dumb emails. I don't know how I get all these stupid emails. Yeah, it doesn't look like we have JP here. That's next week. Yeah. So right now, JP is not actually scheduled. Anyways, yeah. Let's refresh the Twitter. See if they tweet anything new. Oh, here we go. Yeah, nothing huge though. 17 minutes ago. Oh, and we got 130. Wow, we missed both of these. How to adopt optical genome mapping in your lab. Don't miss this person talking about it. Okay, cool. That's good. That's something relatively new, right? They usually don't talk about that, do they? Also, welcome, Alex, to the Conducive Insider, my friend. Welcome, my friend. You're better off just shorting the NASDAQ with 20% of your portfolio, no decay then? Yes, but the downside to that, Thresh, the downside is that you're not going to make much. You're not going to make much if you're shorting the market. You're only going to make at most 10, 15, 20, 25% at max, right? UVXY, if you catch this when it spikes, you will make hundreds of percent. So although, yes, there is time decay, and that's why this is more risky, that's why I said this isn't for everyone, you will make an insane amount of money with not that much of your portfolio allocation here if you're able to catch the spikes, right? I actually was lucky enough, I guess if you call it luck or skill, I guess. I was lucky enough to catch this going up 30% actually, all the way up to 38. I bought this a couple days before the spike. Unfortunately, I only had like 30, maybe 45 shares, I think, or 60 max, but I was taking profits on the way up. But yeah, so I hope that kind of gives you the other side of the coin. Thresh, like usual, likes to leave out the other side, right? Oh, man. You talk like 20% isn't a really good day. Well, hey, 20% is good. No, you have to understand. 20% sounds great. Yes, of course, you're right. 20% is great. Anything in the green, anything that you're making on your investments is amazing. You have to consider you're making that 20% when the market is free falling. So that means all of your other portfolio is getting absolutely, it's getting, just think of like a grenade. Think of like a frag out in Call of Duty, right? Think about a grenade on zombies in Black Ops 3 or Black Ops 2 on round 1, on round 5 or round 1. They're gonna explode into 1,000 pieces, man. Your portfolio is getting killed. So 20%, relatively speaking, is that relatively a lot compared to when you factor in all your losses that you're having on the way down because of that market crash? You know, when you compare that situation to having UVXY and going, although you lost some on the way down because of the time decay, maybe because you've been doing it for a couple months, when you finally do get that market crash or correction, you're going to make a couple 100% whenever UVXY pops. You know, I don't know. Make your own decision which one's better. I guess it's up to debate, I guess, but I obviously I have a predilection, you could say, for UVXY, right? Because hey, you can't lie. UVXY is pretty attractive when the markets are at all-time highs. And for me, the government freaking spending, I mean, you guys have seen the charts. We talk about this all the time. We talk about how much the money the government's spending. And although nobody cares, I care, right? And I'm sure some of you care about what the government is doing. And the markets just continue going so high, mostly just because stimulus and interest rates, right? Mostly just because of those two things. It doesn't seem like UVXY is such a bad option. Right? And then also you factor in the fact that if you go to the daily chart here, you're literally, if we were to get another crash like COVID crash, I mean, you're going up, what is that, 1,000%? Is that 1,000%? I think it is. That's a 10x. Yeah, 10x. Oh, that's more like a 15x or something like that. I don't know. Somebody do that math. I'm not good at math. So, yeah, anyways, let's go back to Bngo. Yeah, the viewers actually plummeted. Yeah, it makes sense. Let's go back here. 602. 602, baby. All right. UVXY versus VIX. VIX is fine. Yeah, last thing on there. Yeah, there's a ton of... VIX is fine. All the other fear index is fine. UVXY is the one I do just because I always trade. It's just what I'm used to, right? The SRTY, all the pro shares, right? The SQQQ. Yeah, VIX. This one good. This one is a fear index as well. Yeah, all of these. Those ones are fine. Yeah. Yeah, man, there's nothing wrong with those. UVXY is the one I do. I think UVXY is the most volatile if I am correct. Could be wrong on that though. All right. And prolonged bleed out won't have much effect on UVXY. Two sides to every coin. Market can crash much more than 10%, and prolonged bleed out won't have much effect on UVXY. Yes, it will. it's fear. Fear will still skyrocket, my friend. Trust me. Fear will still skyrocket at one point. UVXY will boom, most likely. It always does, my friend. If you here, and the reason why I'm so confident saying that is because UVXY. I mean, just look at it the last week. It just skyrocketed up like 50% or 40% a day. 50% from 25, and that was just with JP speaking. Imagine how much it would go if the market started free falling 10% or 20% or 25% even. But we'll see. Anything can happen though. All right, speaking of ouch, AMC red $2 down for the moment. Yeah, this thing was up 4% at the open after that nice climb there for a second. Yeah. Bngo is progressively making lower lows and lower highs on the intraday chart, though. Not what you want. That's a sign of weakness. I would love if we can make a new high here above roughly 605. That's only the. Remember, it doesn't really. That's only that. Literally, the only relevance that you can take from that is today and tomorrow, right? It is kind of impertinent, you could say, when you factor in that we have earnings in 2 days, which I'm very excited about. I cannot believe it's finally here. Somebody really needs to look into BNGO, NNDM, and GVO. They all mirror almost identically in their moves. All three spiked huge week of February 12th to 16th, over $15. Now all just over $6, way too similar. I know, and the funny thing is, I'm sorry, Laura. The thing is, what's even funnier is that they look at how different of companies they are. They're so damn different. BNGO genetics, and then you got GVO's like doing some weird ass car thing, like some different, not even electric. They're like some weird new technology for the cars. Is that what they do? I don't even remember. What is it? Somebody tell me what somebody besides me tell everybody what GVO does, because I don't even know for sure. And then NNDM, they're doing the 3D printing. Like, these stocks could not be farther apart, and they move identically. It is a weird thing, and the reason is because high growth moves together. Nano dimension, microvision. Maybe I should. You know what? Here, maybe I should do. Let me add these guys to what? Oh, here we go. All right, let me add these guys right here. Yeah, because they move. Typically, these guys move with microvision, nano dimension, and BNGO. And then So those four always move together. They always do. Their daily charts look almost identical. I wonder if NNDM is being shorted like BNGO. Yeah, I think it is. Please make your own decisions on the UVXY thing, right? Please don't throw your... Please don't YOLO it now that I said UVXY is going to go up if the market crashes, right? Please come to your own conclusions. All right, I'll add back some NNDM sales if they ever start doing something other than R&D. I still can't believe Nano Dimension has $1.5 billion in cash, though. That's what's crazy. That's the one thing that's amazing about them, right? Everything else, they got the 3D printing innovation, and they got $1.5 billion in cash. I guess I haven't even factored that. Everyone says it's true, though. So that's crazy. But yeah, they make nothing, and they make absolutely zero money. What did they make last quarter? I mean, I know they're not trying to do sales right now. They're doing R&D, but still, it's like, damn, that's crazy. $1 billion market cap with no money and that no revenue, but also they're not doing that. Also, they have $1.5 billion in cash, and also they're valued higher than BNGO, which is absolutely frustrating, which is absolutely maddening. All right, Doji. Yeah, we are forming a little bit of a Doji here, but we're just barcoding. We're just barcoding our way. We're just barcoding our way across the day. Just barcoding. I think China might be crashing their markets on purpose because they know a global crash is imminent, just like COVID. It's better for them to rip off the Band-Aid early so they can beat everyone's recovery. Maybe. NNDM, GVO, and BNGO move equally because the algorithms. Read it on a traders group. Yeah, algorithms. Algorithms are a thing, absolutely. How much are they used? How much of them, yeah, how widespread are they used by the institutions and the high frequency traders, and how much money are they actually having? I don't know. These are questions that we'll never know for sure, right? The cash is for acquisition while waiting to buy someone. They are just burning through cash, and because of this bad strategy, they did a partner deal, which means they will share revenue. Interesting. Only when Bngo has made a big run will I consider investing in other growth stocks. Unfortunately, I don't have the time to care about too many growth stocks. All you need is one company, right? All you need is one. I truly believe all you need is one company, and then if you go all in on that and say screw everything else, guess what? I mean, you guys see, that's exactly what I'm doing with Bngo essentially. If that company does well, there you go. And it's way easier to pay attention to one company. It's way easier to focus all your energy in that one and all your time and thought into that one stock to see if it's so good. It's a lot harder if you have 10 stocks in your portfolio. A lot harder to see if they're all, to keep up with all of them. And to just do your initial research, deciding whether they're worthy, right? But the diversification's fine, right? If you're a Dave Ramsey or diversification's fine, right? For different types of investors, diversification's fine, absolutely fine. So, all right. Mark Cuban just praised Bngo on LinkedIn. What? No, he didn't. Post that now, please. I think you're trolling. No way. We would go up on that. We would definitely go up. If he said he likes Bngo, Mark Cuban, we would go up. Yeah, that would definitely affect the price. That's like an attempt at Elon. Think of what Elon Musk does when he says that. Mark Cuban is like a wannabe Elon Musk, but also Mark Cuban is like a cheap Elon Musk, He kind of is similar, they both kind of do the same thing. Huge businessmen, huge entrepreneurs. You mean the Communist Chinese Party got to roll out another plague up their sleeves? Oh, that's funny. That's funny. What do you guys think of the whole COVID situation, the Delta variant, right? Do they say the vaccine covers that as well? I don't even know. You tell me. Somebody tell me what's going on. I don't give a shit. I have 36,000 OG Bngo at 680. Think I'll do okay. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, if you hold that long term, you'll be absolutely fine, in my opinion. That's a fine cost average, my friend. My cost average is within $1 of yours, and you know what I'm thinking, right? Do you? Okay. New air tweet. Whoa, new air tweet. Whoa. I love this slide from Cancer is a disease of structural variation. Optogenetic with our Sapphire system is the best way to find the SVs driving cancer and study them better for medicine and patient management. It's good to see. Unfortunately, nothing really new there, but I always have wondered, and I don't think I'll ever get a clear answer on this because I don't think I'll ever will, but I always wondered how much does structural variation how important is that relative to the other things in the different diseases? For example, cancer. Structural variation at greater than 500 base pairs compared to what you can do with the sequencing stuff at the smaller base pairs. How important is our stuff? I've heard that we're very important, and that we're as important. I've heard that we're more important, but I don't think we'll ever get a clear answer on that. Feel free to enlighten me. All right, Mark Cuban got lucky. Yahoo paid billions for his broadcast.com, and Yahoo never ended up using it for anything other than a few Victoria's Secret shows. Yeah, where is the Cuban? Where is the Cuban on LinkedIn? My friend, Amia. Amia, my friend. Yeah, somebody put that. Yeah, Amia, you said you were going to put that in the Discord. Please do. Please do. I'm waiting for that. I will be the... I will... All right. Mark Cuban is a Frankenstein version of Elon Musk. They said vaccine doesn't work. Really? Okay, so the vaccine doesn't work against Delta. Really? Is that true? Wow. Okay, that we're kind of screwed then, aren't we? We're kind of screwed then. I hope lockdowns don't come again. Oh, I know. Actually, lockdowns don't really affect me much because all I do, I go until school happens. Lockdown doesn't really affect me too much because I run, and other than that, other than getting gas, getting food, sometimes doesn't affect me too much. So, Last lockdown, the lockdowns affected everybody else so worse than they affected me. I kind of hope school is online. I kind of do too. Then again, I kind of don't. I don't know. It works against Delta, but only to minimize the effects, so chances of being hospitalized are low. You know what? Somebody answer me this: Is the Delta variant way more dangerous than the original COVID? Because COVID is like, you know, I shouldn't even say if it's dangerous or not, right? Some people are gonna start freaking out. I don't know. It lowers the severity of COVID. Nearly 100% of those in hospitals are unvaccinated. It's on Discord, Brandon. Okay, so this is the notification. Oh, no, this is an email. Mark Cuban shared a post. You've come so far, Brian. Proud of you. What's Eric's middle name? Hold on. I got to see what Eric's middle name is real quick. I forgot what his middle name is off the top of my head. Hold on. Damn, it doesn't say. It doesn't say. Is his middle name Brian? Damn it. I don't think that's proof. Somebody tell me if you understand this better than I do. I don't understand this perfectly. What's his middle name? No, it's R. Okay, sorry, never mind. I'm going crazy. Sorry, no. It's not Brian. Okay, no. No, it's not. It's Robert. Yeah, it's Robert. It's not Brian. Yeah, no, this isn't... He's not saying anything specifically about BioNano, is he? He's just saying you've come so far, Brian. I don't know who Brian is in this situation. They're talking about this doctor here, which is not Brian. Somebody explain this to me. Original COVID has an R0, I don't know what that means, of 2.5. Delta is not known, but possibly of 3.5 or 6.0. What is RO? Somebody tell me what that means. Oh, yeah, I got to make a Venmo after this. I will do that. Okay, it's a basic reproduction number? Oh, damn. Yeah, too complicated for me. Too complicated for me. You've come so far, brain. Thanks, Bngo. What? Reproduction value, yeah. Yeah. Basic reproduction number. Pronounce R naught or R0. Okay. An infection of the expected number of cases directly generated by one case in a population. Okay, yada yada. We don't care this much about COVID, do we? If vaccinated, the effects are mitigated. That's a good word. All right. That's a good way to say it. The contagion without severe effects shouldn't matter. So what? Are we going to shut things down for the flu in the future? Yeah, that's kind of where my thought is. Based on my understanding, I haven't actually researched it, right? Make your own opinions. Make your own opinions, my friends. The vaccine does not work against anything, which is why they have renamed it to justify it. Great Mark Cuban post. Yeah, I don't think this is actually legit, because Mark Cuban isn't talking about he's not talking about BioNano. This is an email about a notification about BioNano posting, and then another update is another Mark Cuban post, which is you've come so far. He's not even talking about BNGO. So I think we just got. So I don't think that is. I don't think that's legit, to my understanding. 603, hopefully breaking the previous high here. We're just barcoding our way straight across. All right. Okay, if the reproduction value is 2, one sick person infects 2 others. Okay, if that's true, that's a really simple way of explaining it. Okay, cool. And then if we go up here, you're saying the original COVID is a 2.5. Delta is not known yet, but it's possibly 3.5 or 6.5. So based on that, we already know COVID is super contagious, right? Or at least relatively speaking, that's what everybody says, right? Right? I don't know. I don't know. I don't do the whole COVID. I stopped following COVID a long time ago, my friends. Like a couple months actually after it started, actually. Uh, and then this new variant possibly has 3.5 or 6.5, so it's possibly double as contagious, right? Double the contagious, the amount of contagious. Yeah, don't know how to, whatever. Uh, did you need to get vaccinated for school brand? No, but if people if for jury, if you don't get vaccinated, then you're subject to random testing, which is annoying as hell. Check out Discord. Mark Cuban went all in and Bngo. This is legit. Yeah, I'm gonna title the stream that. This is a joke. This is not clickbait. This is a joke. We have a good time on these streams, right? Say what you will about Bngo. If you're like Thration thinks we're gonna go down to damn $1.50 by end of year, say what you will about that, right? It's your opinion, but we have a good time on the stream. I'm gonna name it Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban is bullish. Mark Cuban went all in ? Come on, am I allowed? Come on, you guys tell me if you want me to remove that, but that's funny. Come on. That's funny. Come on. That's funny. Let me check this funny. Let's try this. Yeah, that has nothing to do with being chill. Nothing to... Oh, I think that's funny. Come on. We're better than that. Come on, it's a fun time. Come on. It's a fun time. Any F1 fans in here? Also, don't buy calls this week, boys, or you'll probably get burned. Some of my boys have 1K contracts expiring on the 20th, and their strike price is toast $9 strike. What if you were to buy one right now? What if you're buying it in the money? What about that? What if earnings does well? You're going to make a lot of money. Add according to Thresh, who's a bear. Okay, done. According to Thresh, who is a bear. That's too good. Just add it to our list of inside jokes. Yeah, Robbie Smith. Robbie Smith and Mark Cuban is now another inside joke. Yep. Oh, let's forget this COVID crap. How many of you all are not going to get the vaccine? How many of you have got the vaccine? 601 right now. We had a very weird price action here. We broke out this little range that we were barcoding in, which was $6 to 603. Then we broke out, hit 605 just to come back down and test the previous level of support here. Very weird. Very, very weird. I think I'm going to do a meme video of, I think I'm going to start a new channel. I'm still gonna continue doing all the Bngo stuff, but I think I'm gonna start a new channel, which is memes, which is like have you guys seen I don't know what a good example is, but meme videos on like Lord of the Rings and Witcher and stuff like that. And I'm sure I'll put clips of myself doing stupid stuff in there as well. Do you guys remember the Fellowship of the Sapphire? Like memes like that. Yeah. If Bngo hits 10, I'll get the vax. Why Hancho Chow? How do you pronounce this? Sao? I don't know how to pronounce it. Why Han is not part of Bngo, though he invested millions in the company. I don't know why he's not. Han is the founder of Bngo, if you guys don't know. And he does have, to my understanding, he does have a huge number of shares in Bngo. He owns a huge number of shares. But he's no longer part of the company. I don't know exactly why he's not part of the company. It's common to see what shorts do is wait for the stock to break out and then short it to make it look like a false breakout, but if there is buying, it should go to even higher prices. Vaccinated, I get the vax. Still no FDA approval yet, so nope. Had to get mRNA to be allowed back on campus. Pronounced like cow. Han cow? No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. You're messing with me. Bngo can greatly help to understand the Delta variant. We therefore need more hospitals with the Sapphire. Yeah, we don't even necessarily need a hospital, right? We can just do it in a university or a clinic or like for example, like an institution like the Wickhams, like a research institution. Yeah, we could do it. It doesn't necessarily have to be in a hospital, but yeah, the Sapphire should be seeing greater demand because of the Delta variant. Absolutely. I had the vaccine. Please consider getting it. The hospitals are already in my area. Yep, vacciner. What's the split of people who have got vaccinated to people who haven't? How many people have? What's the percentage of people who have got vaccinated in the U.S.? I wonder what that is. All right, we're gonna end the stream here pretty soon though. 6:03. We're forming a bit of a hammer candle. It's kind of trivial for us to be here streaming so long today though, because what the heck is this doing? Why is this glitching? Stay down there. Good, stay there. It's kind of trivial for us to be streaming this whole day because earnings is 2 days from now, man. It's insane. I can't believe we're here, but 180 million, so that's above half, right? Wait. No, that's not above half. That's way less than half. Yeah, what is the U.S. right now? 350. What's the population of the U.S.? Let me look that up. It's 300 million? Yeah, okay, 328 million. Wow, okay, that was as of 2018. That's 2 years old. What the hell? Why is that 2 years old information? So we're close to 50% vaccinated. Interesting. What's the percent for Missouri? Yeah, let me look up the percent for Missouri. Missouri's where I live for everybody. Percent of Missourians. Missouri vaccinated. All right. 40% of Missourians are vaccinated. Is that the lowest? Looks like our governor just said masks shouldn't be mandated. Let's go. All right, 70% was the goal for the original COVID with the reproduction number. Yeah, reproduction number value. Why is it called reproduction number? It should be called I don't know. It should be called contagion number or something, Not reproduction. Why is it called basic reproduction number? I guess because the virus reproduces and then goes to somebody else, and then it spreads, I guess. I don't know. 10 million plus shares from 80 cents approximately. That's fucking awesome. I had COVID in December. I got the Johnson & Johnson in March. I'm an RN, so I'm around all these. I'm around a lot of these COVID peeps from time to time. What do you think they're gonna tweet today? Old news? No. They're tweeting news. No, they're tweeting new stuff. Not really like groundbreaking stuff by any means, like by any stretch of the imagination. But they are tweeting the new data from the CGC. And this is good stuff, man. Stuff like this is what makes people buy the Sapphire. Although we don't see like instant results from the CGC, I'm telling you, you guys remember the Africa adoption or the NHS one? I forgot which one it was. But not in only those, in several of these, the reason for them actually buying the Sapphire is because of these events and because they see that there are so many scholars and so much academic praise for us. This is the stuff that gets us sales, man. I love to see it, man. And it's also very interesting. What the heck is this? 30,000 shares just bought 605, and we just went up 2 cents. They're sporadically moving up, and that was peculiar because the other stocks did not do that. I don't think that's weird. Very weird price action, man. Look at this barcoding. Very interesting. Very weird. And we are getting rejected at the previous high here at 605 here. Mark Cuban bought Bngo. Yep, Mark Cuban's all in, baby, all in. Yep, that's totally legit. No, it's actually not legit. I wish it was, though. What do you think? Delta's way more contagious, not nearly as deadly. Oh, really? It's not even as deadly. Wow, then why is everybody freaking out then? I guess Brandon creative FOMO with the Mark Cuban post. I did. We're going up because of me. You're welcome. Oh, man. Is Delta way more contagious? Is that true? I don't know. Bill Gates just went all in right now. That's legit. I can confirm. Elon, guys, I'm getting breaking news. Breaking news, Elon Musk. All in on Bngo. Pump it. We're going down to $10. Oh, man. Well, if the channel ever were to be successful, I've got to stop myself doing that because I would get serious pump and dump allegations. People would be like, Brandon, stop pumping. I would pull a dead inside, right? I would pull a dead inside, talk about a stock, instantly goes up 20%. Do you guys remember the days where you would watch a dead inside video and it would go up 20% the next day? I remember that stuff. You guys forget. I am literally one of you guys. And the reason why I make the videos is because I look at all the damn videos out there and I see all these people asking for likes. I'm like, holy shit. No, I don't think there's one YouTuber that doesn't ask for likes in the first 5 seconds. Now there are some, but not that many. And I decided to start it. That's why I'm here, man. I'm just one of you guys. I remember those. Those were funny days. Those were very funny days. What's up with Mark Cuban? Mark Cuban is all in on Bngo, baby. No, not really. I wish he was. It's just a joke. Okay, I'll change the title. I'll change the title to I'm gonna change the title to something that's controversial, so it'll give you here Lord of the Rings. And then I can't do a less than sign. I don't know. I'll do. I don't know. I'll just put Bngo Stock blank. I don't know what to say. I YOLO'd everything dead and Kathy mentioned. It worked out pretty well for you if you sold soon, though, didn't it? Didn't it? Everything Dead Inside touched was gold. I'm telling you, man. Everybody thought Dead Inside was a genius back in the day. A genius. And it's funny because Dead Inside never actually, I don't actually think he ever looked at, he actually told us his research on the companies. All he did was look at an article or two and then tell us a little bit about the company's website, and then I think that's all. But I don't know if he did more research than that, but it was just funny that everyone loved him, and then after the correction, everybody hated, right? Everyone's a genius in bull market, I guess. Brandon, go all in on Wednesday? I will. Well, I don't know. Well, I got to think about how many shares I want to add. I probably will add a ton of shares. I'll YOLO in on stream right before earnings. I will. I swear to God, do not do what I'm doing. I do not recommend this. Do not recommend what I'm doing, my friends. I'm 100% Bngo, and this is not for everybody. But I will probably be YOLOing in on Wednesday or two. I mean, if we go down today, I'll buy more if we go down. But we'll see. Today, Dead Inside went to Astra facility. He loves ASTR. Yeah, I know. What even is that? What the hell even is Astra, man? Is this the space company, man? ASTR. Yeah, let me add this. Let me add this here. What does this company do? Satellite launch services company. Yeah, I've never been big on the space stuff. I've never been big on this. I've never been huge on the space companies by and large. I'm not saying that one's not going to go up, but like, I've never been big on it, man. Brandon, tomorrow you would go all in every single dollar. I love how you do a period and then a space on all those. God dang it, you're too funny. Brandon, tomorrow you will go all in every single dollar. Rocket company, they manufacture small rockets. What are they trying to do, man? Are they trying to go see what rocks are on the moon? Like, yay, we found some rocks on the moon. I've never been big on spending trillions of dollars, which could be used for, like, helping people who don't have any food. Using those trillions of dollars on finding out what kind of rocks are on the moon. I'm sure there will be some sort of important breakthrough that we'll find in space, but I don't know if we're going to find on the damn moon. What do they do? Somebody give me Dead Inside spiel here, because right now I just don't like the whole space thing. I just don't like the whole space. Oh, here we go. 30 seconds ago. Adoption of optical genome. Whoa. Adoption of optical genome mapping in clinical cancer cytogenetic labs. That sounds spicy right there. That sounds awesome. A stepwise approach reported XBP1. Okay. A deletion, a structural variant type, undetectable by fixed karyotyping or a single nucleotide polymorphism array, microarray, validated by next generation sequencing, has potential therapeutic implications. That sounds sick. Is that new? Please tell me that's new. Yes, it is new. Okay, that's actually in the Genomics. Yes, that's good. That sounds really good, man. And what institution was this? Oh, it was Johns Hopkins. Okay, Johns Hopkins already has had us for a while. Then, dang it, I thought it was a new institution for a second. But anyways, yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good. Yeah, that sounds very good. Anything that's talking about adoption of optical genome mapping in clinical cancer cytogenetic settings, I like it. I like it a lot. And of course, any adoption of optical genome mapping is good, right? We'll take it. Hey, at the end of the day, we don't care who's buying the Sapphire as long as a lot of people are talking about it. But yeah, I don't think that's huge because Johns Hopkins has already had one for years. Hasn't Johns Hopkins had a Sapphire for years? I know they already had one. I don't remember how long. Somebody fact check me on that. How long exactly is that? Does anyone remember? But I like to see it. I like to see the data. There's good data coming out, man. There's a lot of good data coming out this week, and although you're not going to see the stock price, you're not likely to see the stock price react to this, right? You are likely to see earnings reports in the future and numbers reflect the adoption that we get because of things like this. This is why we like this company. They are doing so much. From what we can see, they're working their asses off trying to get people to understand the Sapphire. From all that we can tell, they truly believe the Sapphire is going to get 10,000 units installed, and once that happens, everyone's going to make an exorbitant amount of money, right? You're going to have an abundant amount of tendies, so to speak, right? If we have any Wall Street bets people in. Reason why Astra is because of the sexy CEO. Check out Chris Kemp. Good reason. Brandon, fun fact, S&P is pronounced SNP. What? Really? Single nucleotide polymorphisms is not pronounced SNP. Is it? You probably know. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a geneticist. I learn stuff from you all the time. You're probably right, but I did not know that. We go find moon organisms and map their genome. Organisms on the moon? Why would you YOLO then when it will have definitely gone up 5 to 10%? My friend, because I'm gonna YOLO it before earnings, on the day of earnings, but before. Remember, earnings is 4:30 Eastern, 3:30 Central, 30 minutes after the market close. That's when the webcast starts. That's when the earnings call starts, and then the actual earnings, the actual data, the actual PR should be coming out right on the market close, or technically right after it. Right at 3 o'clock, right when the market closes, is when that should be when the actual financial results come out. At least that's what happened last time. That's what happened both last times. So that's when it's going to be. Right at the market close, we're going to get it on their website. They'll hopefully, they're going to post it there. And we'll see what it is. That's what it's going to be. And then we'll spike up or not. The algorithms will be set. And then we'll go up 10%, down 20%, or up 50%, right? Depending on what it is. That's what will happen. If you're going to YOLO, do it like 30 minutes before the market close, guys. Yeah, that's what I'll be doing. I'll be trying to add whenever we're red on the day, if we are at all, right? I don't expect us to be red on the day of earnings. I don't expect that, but we'll see. Hey, if high growth goes way down, we'll be down, and I'll add a ton. I'll add a couple hundred shares. Hell, I'm serious. I'll add a couple hundred shares there. Good morning, Brandon. What a phenomenal day for Square, baby. Square is doing good. Do I even have Square on here? Here, let me look Square up here. All right, let's see what they're doing here. 11% of the day. Wow, nice. Square, if somebody tell me what this company does, man, I forgot what this company does. Hey, let me just read it for myself. Commerce ecosystem. That sounds interesting. Enables its sellers to accept card payments. Aren't these guys involved with Bitcoin somehow? I don't know. Chart looks pretty sexy though, doesn't it? It reminds me of Bitcoin, doesn't it? Look at that freaking beautiful weekly candle. Wow. Already up 11%. Still at 604 or 605 right now, up about almost 2%. Like PayPal, yes, Bitcoin, interesting. Cash App, you goof, it's Jack Dorsey, LMAO, bruh. Yeah, I know, everybody knows. Square is one of those that everybody knows about, but I don't, just because I don't care about the big cap stocks. I don't at all. But I've heard about it. Okay, we hear about it left and right, don't we? Even I know that. Square bought out a company. Interesting. $500,000 in Square. Wow. What do you guys think of Humble? What do you guys think of how China? Do you guys know how China does their current, how they do their monetary transactions, how they pay for stuff? They pay with it. Almost all of it is through their phone, to my understanding. And I did very little research on that, but to my understanding, most of them, or all of them almost, they pay with stuff with their phone, and that seems way more efficient. What do you guys think about Humble? Right? Where even is Humble nowadays? What price? I think this thing's gotten absolutely killed recently. Yeah, it's OTC, right? I was gonna buy this. I wanted to buy this, but I couldn't because it was OTC, obviously. Wow, this thing went up to... Wow, this thing was a straight pump and dump almost. Wow, this thing was 0 cents? Okay, it was 0 cents for a while. And then it started... And then it went up to 7, and now it's back up at 80 cents. Wow. That's crazy. All right. How did I get into stocks? I hear. I'm hearing the question. How did I get into stocks? When I first started investing, I always want. I mean, it's not a very interesting story. I just thought it was I thought it was something that was smart, and I started doing it, and that's how it all started. Nothing interesting at all. Actually, funny story. I wanted to start investing because of a long time ago in a class I took. Actually, a personal finance class I took, and they were talking about investing, and I was like, wow, that sounds like something I should do, and then I started doing it, and here we are. Years later, here we are. Square struck a big deal, 29 billion with some Australian company. 29 billion. What do you here? Let me ask you this. This is a good question. What do you guys think about the Pyramid deal? Pyramid just got bought out by I forgot the name of the company. What do you guys think that's good or bad for us? I have thought about that a couple times. I don't really think there's anything. I don't think there's any reason to be bullish or bearish really on that. If anything, I guess you could say it's bullish, but they're such, they're almost an OEM, right? They're the original engineer manufacturer, right? They manufacture the sapphires, like a small part of it, and then they send it to us to finish up the deal, and then we sell them and ship them out and install them. They're not a huge part of our business, but they did get bought out, so it's still big news, right? What do you all think about that? Pyramid is our manufacturer. They manufacture some of our sapphires, or a part of our sapphires. Sherry Thompson, I just bought 3K more shares of Humble this morning. I looked at their business model. Sherry, I was looking at their business, and if I'm right about what I just said, which it looks like I am because no one's saying I'm wrong on it, those transactions with your phone are way more efficient even than not having to carry around a wallet with your card or any cards or anything. Although cards are way more efficient than cash, your phone is way more efficient than anything, right? You already need your phone for any sort of communication. You already need your phone, and most people don't even use it for that. They just use it for the damn games they play and the damn Snapchat, right? That's what my generation does, right? Millennials and Gen Z, that's what we do. But Humble just seems like it's gonna be, those kind of things are gonna be the future of transactions, right? I don't know. Am I wrong on that? You guys tell me. But what if you lose your phone? What if you lose your card? It's the same thing, man. It's not like your phone's more. It's not necessarily like there's a higher proclivity for losing your phone than it is losing your wallet, right? Am I right? Am I missing something on that? I don't know. I haven't done a ton of due diligence on what we're talking about, really. But it just, when I think about it, that's what I'm thinking. That's where my mind goes. Humble will explode like Bngo. I can cancel my credit card. Well, your phone, if you just have, like everybody does, I have it on my phone. You have a fingerprint identification. Simple as it gets, man. No one's gonna be able to fake your damn fingerprint. Are you kidding me? Right? So, right? Phone if you use, almost everybody uses their code, or they set up a password or some sort of every different phone. You can set up 1,000 different ways for a password, right? Some phones have the damn pattern thing that you have to do. You're not going to guess that shit. You're not going to guess that. So I don't know. Is it more safe than it? If my phone is lost and someone can unlock it, and access my data, yeah. But they won't. They can unlock it, but they would have to get really lucky, right? It's kind of like the Bitcoin thing, right? Technically speaking, somebody can make a fake mine, they can mine a fake Bitcoin. I don't understand the Bitcoin process. I'm not a Bitcoin wizard. Right? I've done a little bit of research into it. They can do it, but but they cannot continue to do it. Almost, it's kind of similar to that. It's extremely unlikely. It's essentially, although we have to say the word unlikely because that's what's technically true. It's essentially impossible to create consistent fake Bitcoins, right? And it's because of the what do you even call it, the bit rate? Because there are how many are there, like 160 zeros or 160? I don't know what it is. Somebody can explain it better than I can. All right. Have you ever had success with other stocks before? Yes. I would hope I have. Yes, I have had other success with stocks. My biggest success has actually been Mora. Mora has been my biggest success stock, I would say. Mora or Myers, actually. MYE, the one I actually deleted. That one or this one. I bought this one. Oh boy, I bought this one way back here, way back in the 15s. Yeah, that was 100% and more, relatively quicker than any of my other anything else I can think of. Anyway, 603 right now, about up a little over 1.5%. I think we're gonna end the stream here any second now, because I've been saying we're gonna end it for how long? Well, if you are sleeping, your significant other can use your fingerprint while you are sleeping. If you are sleeping, your significant other can use your fingerprint while you're sleeping. Well, Jay, the thing is, if you're sleeping, your significant other can also take your card out and look at the back of it, get the numbers, and get everything you need to go do 1,000 transactions online, right? You can spend, I mean, if you have millions, if you have whatever amount of money in your bank account, you can use all that with your card online. Just punch in the numbers on for damn anything. I mean, it's so easy to buy stuff online with cards. It's so easy to online. Anything, go on Amazon, buy anything you want with your significant other's cards, right? If you just take their card, yeah. So it's not necessarily in any way more. It's not necessarily any way more prone to getting stolen than. Just saw Brandon's not protected from the virus. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I have. I think it's running like here. Well, I'm not gonna check it on stream. I'll lose like even more views than we already have. But yeah, I don't pay. I'm not paying for the damn virus protection. I have it running like at like barely any of it is actually running. Most of the virus protection is not on. So yeah, but there is like a small amount of protection I have, but not very much. Send him some links and take his over his computer. I know some people are some trolls are gonna try to do that now. I got to be careful on what links I click in the Discord. Somebody's gonna try that probably. Short interest is up 1%. Let's see if we got any new news here. Is that another new one that we haven't seen yet today? Yes, it is. Altitude genome mapping is 100% concordance with karyotyping in fish, and 16% more likely pathogenic variants detected compared to fish karyotyping and CMA. Awesome. That's what we've already known though, but yeah, it's good to see. It's good to see. 603. Still trading in this stupid range. We hit 606 for a second, then we dumped. You like waste management as a long-term play? That sounds interesting. Let me actually look that up real quick. Let me look up that profile. Waste management, environmental services, providing services throughout the. I know everybody always cares. All the environmental people, they all care about the energy that we use, the carbon emissions, but they don't care about the trash. They don't care about where the trash goes and all the landfills that we have and all the environmental problems that happen because of that. That's interesting. Why don't you give me the spiel in a couple sentences or less, if you can, if that's possible, about what makes them special. Largest trash collector in the world. Yeah, I'll come back to close the day most likely. Yeah, I probably will. Your fingerprint is all over your phone. Yeah, well, you're not going to be able to like. I mean, is that even possible for you to get that fingerprint just through some sort of material and then put it back on there and then get it to unlock? I don't know if that's possible. Is it? I don't think it is. I don't know. I could be wrong. If Robbie finds out Brandon's defense system is down and can't hold off the virus, he will probably try to stage his hacker attack upon the fellowship. Oh man, that's probably right. I probably do. That's funny, but I probably do need to check to make sure. I'm pretty sure most of it is running. McAfee or whatever it's called. It's not a good system though. I'm not very protected from viruses right now though. I'm not very protected at all. Don't you go crazy watching the stock price like that, especially since I assume Bngo is a long play for you. I used to do that early on, and it made me super anxious. Lol. I assume you're new to the channel, my friend, because I say it all the time. Although we're checking the stock price day to day, and I'm over here getting excited and worrying about going up or down in the day, you have to understand. Number one, that's the best way to give you an early death by heart attack, right? And number two, it's actually very trivial and especially now because we have earnings coming up. And also, you have to separate the stock price from the company. Yes, I give you the whole spiel. But my rebuttal to that, why I actually do worry about the stock price day to day, or at least it seems like I do, is because how boring would it be if we were doing these streams and I was just like, oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. It doesn't matter at all. I mean, it matters for short term. It does matter. It does matter, right? We all want the stock price to go up short term. Long term, it doesn't. Okay, of course, it doesn't matter long term. Nothing we can do can change that, but. Yeah, I don't know. I'll leave you with that. All right. They use Scotch tape in a lot of movies I've seen. It works most of the time. Kind of like Fish and S&P. I see what you did there. Has Robbie paid you yet? No. No, Robbie hasn't paid me yet. I don't think he will ever. Does that actually work? It works in the movies. Does it work in real life? I think they got my number from using my card at a restaurant. All right, let's get out of here. Why is Cantaloupe bearish now on StockTwits? Is Cantaloupe bearish? Head, shoulder, knees, and toes. That's funny. More people coming out of poverty create more waste. It needs to be collected. They also create energy from their dump sites. Well, the question is, there has been, I mean, most people don't know this when they look at the economy and say, oh, things are so much worse now than they were 100 years ago. The government, oh my God, is so much worse. One thing they don't look at is everybody, there's so many, the increases in technology have made the standard of living so much better now today than it was 100 years ago, right? Think about all the new things. The average person has a phone, a TV, air-conditioned place, a hotel, or a small house, or whatever it is, right? Average person has, or a decent house, right? Whatever it is, we have so many great things that everyone takes for granted. 100 years ago, they didn't have this shit. The question is, whether or not in the future and presently in the future, if there's going to be more people coming out of poverty or going back into poverty, is there going to be more or less of that? And if there's going to be more people coming out of poverty, there's going to be more trash because of that. Maybe the WM, whatever, the waste management could benefit from more people coming out of poverty. Maybe because those people that come out of poverty, if the economy is better by and large, there's going to be more waste because people have more money to spend. It's more auspicious, right? But I don't know. That's I guess I'm kind of connecting a lot of things there. Amia, thank you so much. We love your daily streams and news. You give us hope, Brandon. Thank you so much, Amia. You should have hope. And I hate this whole, I'm glad I give you hope. I'm glad I give you hope because there is hope, right? I don't want anyone to say that Bngo is a failure because the stock price is going down from 912 or it's going down from 1569. No. Like, yes, it's true that has happened, but that by no means should that nullify your hope for the future. If anything, your hope for the future should be higher now than it ever has been. And the reason is because of things like what Eric just said yesterday, with the data coming out from the CDC, the fact that earnings is this week. We got 13 Savar sales. We got new C-suite, right? We got the CLI lab confirmation. No offerings coming out, confirmed by the CEO. The company's only gotten better. The stock has only gotten better. The price has only gotten lower. That's how you know you're buying it. That's how you know it's auspicious. That's the definition of it. It's likely to succeed, man. It's auspicious as hell. It's as simple as you can get. Poverty is a relative term, so yeah, it definitely is. Yeah, sure. Then again, isn't everything a relative term, right? Almost everything. But yeah, well, I do have a very low limit card on my phone. All right, yeah, thank y'all so much. Yeah. All right, here's the portfolio. Thank y'all so much. This is not finished advice. I will see y'all in the next one.